So this is all about a loss or people who want to die. That's very paranoid. We should not think in negative ways. That girl had gone into negativity. To change that negativity, this Behram started doing a painting on the wall. Okay. Again, I'm telling you, I don't believe in that 2020 match fixing or that match about question answers at the back. So we'll do that later. It opens with a description of the winding streets of Greenwich Village, New York. That place actually, lot of artists, flock around. They are staying there because they find low-cost apartments with north-facing window and Dutch-style gables and all that. Houses, low places. Artists don't have much money unless they paint and then they sell. They won't get. Now, two people met at the restaurant. I am telling you the total thing. Sue and John C. And they were eating, she was sitting at the table, they got introduced, they started talking. When we start talking, we get to know each other. They discovered they had the same taste in art, food and fashion. Wow, great, we can be friends. Why not? Let's be. In month of May or whatever, June, they got a studio apartment together in Greenwich Village. Studio apartments is bigger than a apartment. You have a lot of space. You can do your work also in your apartment. By November, a pneumonia pandemic or an epidemic hit New York. But John C., being used to California's warm weather, California is that seaside weather, that hot weather, warm weather, falls ill. Doctor assesses her, checks her up and informs Sue that John C.'s chances of survival are 1 in 10. Why 1 in 10? Because she has lost that will to live. She doesn't want to live. Why she doesn't want to live? Because her thinking has gone into that ivy plant, shedding its leaves. We get scared. Oh my God, pandemic, now what's going to happen to me? What will happen after this? So that kills, inside it kills one's mind, and you try to change your type of thinking goes away. Now John C. was sick, so Sue had to stay in her room and look after her. And she sees John C. She was working on her magazine, which she was working on. She hears John C. quietly counting the leaves on the old and the struggling ivy vine that clings to the brick of the neighboring building. John C. is seeing that. John C. is telling Sue that there are only 6 left. And she has known only each other for 3 days now. And she says that 6 are left. I will die when the last leaf falls. We do that now. You love me not, we are friends, we are friends not. On that leaf, things we do. On the flowers, we also do sometimes. Games. I played in school. You like me not. I love you, you love me not. We keep on tearing. So that does not make any sense. It's just a fun game. So her childhood must have been into that, and she was thinking right then at that time. Now Sue tells her, don't speak nonsense here. Come on. And commands her to go off to sleep. Go off to sleep. Sue goes downstairs to the old bear man to pose for her drawing. Because that man is also an artist, so they want a model, so she went down. And he was an old painter, a 60-year-old experienced painter, but he never found success, but he's still working. Progress. I have always told you, keep on progressing, success will come behind. But he hasn't got it. So his progress must have not been right anywhere. He always speaks of creating a masterpiece. That I want to do something great. But he never starts it. He never does it. He drinks heavily also. People get depressed. They start drinking. They go into drugs or whatever. And he feels a special responsibility, suddenly to take care or to protect that young Jhansi who is living upstairs in this condition. Sue tells him about Jhansi's superstitious belief that her life is connected to the ivy leaves. Behrman says, what nonsense is she doing here? And they now say, such foolishness. Such a young girl, she's staying here alone and she's having such foolishness. This is bad. This is not done. Now Jhansi is asleep. I'm just telling you the story. So Sue goes and lowers the window shade. Its window is closed in the other room. She and Behrman look unhappily at the rain and the snow and wind threatening the final ivy leaves. It's threatening the final, the wind, the rain, snowing. Now Behrman is posing and Sue is drawing him. That's their man. Sometimes she becomes the model, sometimes he becomes the model, so they are doing their own work. In the morning, Jhansi asks Sue to raise the shade. Pick up the shade. I want to see I'm going to die or not. Miraculously, a single leaf remains attached to the vine, having withstood the night storm. She had said, the last leaf will fall, I'll die in the morning. Again, Jhansi says, foolishness. It's going to fall by night. And then she too will die. But the leaf doesn't fall. In the morning, Sue raises the shade again to reveal the leaf is still attached. Jhansi stares at the leaf for some time. Then she asks Sue for some broth, soup type. She now believes the leaf is there to remind her that it is sin to wish to die. She starts eating. The doctor visits and says, Jhansi, chances are now 50-50. He tells Sue he must now visit Behrman, who has a critical case of pneumonia, needs to be taken to the hospital. Oh my God. The next day again, doctor comes, says that Jhansi is beyond any danger. Very good. Behrman, however, passed away after being ill for only 2 days. Next day, the doctor comes and says that Jhansi is beyond any danger. No danger at all. Behrman, however, passed away after having been ill only for 2 days. And she's been in this long time, she didn't die, but in 2 days he died. Sue goes and holds Jhansi and puts an arm around her. Sue explains that Behrman died 2 days earlier. The building janitor found Behrman in his room helpless with pain. He was soaked through with rain, and the janitor wondered why he would have been out in the miserable night. He then found a lantern still lit, and a ladder and a palette with green and yellow paints on it. Palette is a painter's, that plate where they keep colors. Sue asks Jhansi, did you ever wonder why the last leaf never moved with the wind? That thing didn't go inside her head. He said, you are so foolish, you are thinking of the last leaf. Did you ever think or ever wonder that why did the last leaf not move? It's still not moving. It's because Behrman painted it the night the actual last leaf fell, and he contracted pneumonia in that process. It was Behrman's greatest masterpiece, Sue says, because he saved someone's life. He gave up his life, he didn't care. He was very uh, very thoughtful about this girl. That she's going to die, she's going to pass away. It's not good for a young kid like that to think, I should do something. So when that shade was pulled, he went in to the rain, in that snow, and painted that leaf. I'll come back in the next video.